Yeah, we're back. Colfax Vikings here to play. With our hearts on fire, we'll light up the day.
NLWN 2 presents Viking Preview with a look at today's Colfax Viking football game.
We're the Vikings. Let's stand and cheer. Victory on the field. Our time is finally here.
And now, Viking Preview.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Preview. Rick Olson here in the NLWN 2 studio, and we're getting ready to bring you another Colfax Viking football game, as tonight the 0-2 Vikings will travel to Turtle Lake High School to take on the 1-1 Turtle Lake Lakers. The Vikings are looking to find the end zone following their 28-0 defeat last week at the hands of the Olivestrom Cardinals, while the Lakers are looking to build on their 52-0 win over the Augusta Beavers. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Preview, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Turtle Lake Lakers. Then we'll get Coach Mark Panko's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game from Turtle Lake High School. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN 2.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back to Viking Preview. Tonight, the Vikings will once again try to pick up their first win of the season as they open their Dunn St. Croix Conference season by taking on the Turtle Lake Lakers from Turtle Lake High School. The Vikings are looking to bounce back following last week's loss to the Olivestrom Cardinals 28-0, while the Lakers picked up their first win of the season with a 52-0 victory over the Augusta Beavers. Now, in tonight's game, the Lakers are hoping to build on last season's 4-3 conference record, which included a Level 1 WIAA playoff appearance, while the Vikings are hoping to find their way into the winning column, if not the end zone, and end their 19-game losing streak dating back to 2023. In last week's loss to the Cardinals, the Vikings couldn't sustain drives, which kept the defense on the field and allowed for numerous big plays. When the Viking defense surrendered 344 yards of total offense with 238 on the ground, the Viking defense did step up and win the turnover battle with 3 takeaways compared to 2 for Olivestrom. In the first quarter, Colfax picked off a wounded duck pass near the goal line for the first Viking turnover.
Backs are split with a fullback right behind him. Brown dropping back to throw under pressure.
A wounded
Throws
duck.
a wobbly one.
Intercepted.
And it is picked off by Colfax. Karzik coming down the near sidelines, and he's nailed at the 30-yard line. He's tackled on the play by Garrett Durham.
Then in the second quarter, Ethan Schindler fell on a Cardinal fumble for the second Viking turnover.
And the ball's loose, it looks like.
That looks like a fumble recovery by the Vikings.
And it is Colfax football.
Then midway through the fourth quarter, Axon Call was able to recover another Cardinal fumble for the third Viking turnover.
And the handoff goal, and the ball is fumbled, and a lot of white around it. Let's see if the Vikings have recovered it. Yep, and it is Axton Call on the recovery.
On offense, the Vikings were led by the running of sophomore Jacob Wall, who carried the ball 27 times for 115 yards.
And he's back in the shotgun, and he'll hand the ball off to Jacob Wall, and Wall gets free, gets all the way up or down to the Cardinal 30-yard line.
The Vikings struggled through the air with Austin Peterson completing 5 of 15 passes for a mere 17 yards with 2 interceptions. Offensively, the Vikings were held to 158 yards of total offense. Now, last week, the Turtle Lake Lakers defeated the Augusta Beavers 52-0 to even their overall record at 1-1. Now, last season, the Lakers finished the conference play at 4-3 and included a WIAA Level 1 playoff appearance, as well as a 40-7 victory over the Vikings in Colfax. The Cardinals are looking to replace 7 seniors lost to graduation. The hardest felt loss will be Brady Jobe, who accounted for 345 yards of total offense, both rushing and receiving. The other big loss for the Lakers is Ryan Shortus, who last season accounted for 75 total tackles. Turtle Lake will be able to rely on their returning quarterback, junior Brody Tarman, who last season threw for 1,450 yards with 16 touchdowns. He will have his leading target from last season back in Brandon Wagner, who last season had 625 receiving yards with 6 touchdowns. On the ground, look for Tarman as well as senior Brandon Wright to lead the way. Each had 5 rushing touchdowns in 2024. Defensively, the Lakers returned their leading tackler from last season in senior Vincent Stahl, who accounted for 91 total tackles. In the secondary, Tarman grabbed 5 interceptions to lead the Lakers, with 2 being of the pick-6 variety. Now, leading the way for the Vikings on the ground is Jacob Wall, who has 143 yards and 37 carries for an average of 3.9 yards per carry. Through the air, Austin Peterson is 14 for 36 for 95 yards and 5 interceptions. Peterson's leading receiver has been Wall, who has 5 receptions for 19 yards. Easton Wedland is the leading Viking in receiving yards with 26. Now, coming up next, I caught up with Coach Mark Panko at practice a little earlier this week, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's Dunn St. Croix Conference opener. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN 2.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Time now for Coach's Corner, with a look at today's Viking football game from the coach's point of view. Now, Coach's Corner.
Today, once again, we're talking with Viking head coach Mark Panko. And Coach, tonight the Vikings will try to find a way to get on the winning track as they open their Dunn St. Croix Conference season by facing the Turtle Lake Lakers. But before we talk about that game, let's look back at last week where the Vikings were defeated by the Olivestrom Cardinals 28-0. Your comments about that game?
Oh, well, we learned a little bit more about our team. Definitely, we learned that we are improving in certain areas, but we're staying stagnant in others. The main area that we're staying stagnant is the play between our ears. We're making mental mistakes that are hurting our drives and costing us points on the board. But I will say, though, our line play was a lot better than our first game, and our defensive play was a lot better than our first game as well. So, we're making small strides, we're making small improvements, and that's part of the process. So we're not losing hope yet.
Now, in that game, once again, the Vikings had a difficult time sustaining drives. What needs to be done to complete the drives and put the ball in the end zone?
Well, we have to stop making penalties. That's the first thing. And our snaps. That's the second thing that we have to do. We are ready to go under center when we have bad snaps and do that for a full sustained drive if we need to. It limits our offense, but we got to do what we got to do so we can put that ball in the end zone. We also have to get our guys to believe in themselves more when we do make a mistake, to understand that, hey, it's okay. It's part of the game at times. We just got to keep on going, and we got to stay true to who we are.
Well, and the guys in the other colored shirts are trying to get you to make mistakes too, and sometimes they're successful as well.
Yeah, definitely, and that is part of the game, and that's where our belief in our athleticism and our belief that we are a team has to come around and get through those things.
Now, in that game on Friday, the Vikings did find a running attack with Jacob Wall. We had him for 115 yards in that game. Are the Vikings going to be able to build on that strength?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Jacob is a very good athlete, and our line is coming together, like I said before. I think we're going to see a lot more of Jacob, and I think we're going to see him in the end zone, which is going to open up a lot more things for our other players too, because when you have a 100-yard rusher and you still lose, you're doing something right, and teams are going to notice that, and they're going to start to game plan for it. So that should open up other players in our team and make it more of a balanced attack.
Now, on Friday, once again, your quarterbacks were running for their life. Do you think that with the strength of Wall at the running back and team starting to focus on him, the play-action pass might be more in line?
Oh, yes. Then that's what we're hoping for. We want to be more of a play-action pass type of team. We want to get our quarterback out rolling. We think that he's a heck of a runner, and if given the chance, he can put some yards and maybe even some points by himself. But again, we also want to start putting in Grant Paulus into that attack as well. He's a returning running back per se, and right now we got him in a position that we got to get him the ball. He's a good runner. He's a good player. He's a strong player, and we got to put a little bit more weight on his back.
And that's where I think so far this season you've kind of hit him on those outside passes, and in the broken field he can be a real threat.
Oh, 100%. He can definitely break a few tackles and get some yards for us. He's got average speed, a little bit better than average speed, but he's a kid that this year compared to last year, more heart, more dedication, and more want.
Now, tonight the Vikings take on the 1-1 Turtle Lake Lakers, a team that seems kind of stacked this year. This is the conference opener. What can you tell us about the Lakers?
They got a good quarterback. They've got a good tight end in number 8. I don't know his name, but I know he's 6'4". He's not the fastest of a guy, but he can pull a ball down out from the sky. And their defense, they like to tackle and they do pursue well. The Lakers are a good program. They have a lot of returners coming back, but they've played two teams that I don't think have really shown their true colors. They played against Regis, who smucked them, and that really wasn't a good tell of who they are. And then they had another team that really wasn't a great program per se, and is that a real true test of who they are as well. So I think it's going to be a surprise for a lot of people, but I think that we match up well with them. I think it's going to be a slugfest. How can I say it? If we don't beat ourselves like we have in the last 2 games, if we are the team that we've been showing between the drives when we're not making mistakes, I think we got an absolute fantastic opportunity to get that first W.
Now, big plays have been kind of the bugaboo for the Vikings this season. What can the Vikings do to prevent the players like Brody Tarman and Brandon Wright and Brandon Wagner of Turtle Lake from coming up with those big plays?
Well, again, reviewing our assignment, alignment, and effort. So if we don't have the first assignment done and then our alignment done, then you're going to give up those big plays like we did. We run the defense last week that we haven't really run a lot as far as our coverages, and that's it. Got to put that on the coach right there for not doing enough of that. We've gone to what we are better at this week, and what we've been training all through 7-on-7 and through the fall camps. So I think we're going to be a little bit more of a tighter ship on that one, 100%. Those kids are going to make some plays. We're hoping to keep them underneath our defense, and we're hoping that we're not letting them in our backfield at our quarterback.
Well, Coach Panko, thanks for joining us on Coach's Corner. Good luck in tonight's game, and let's hope the Vikings can make life difficult for the Turtle Lake Lakers.
I hope so, too. Thank you.
Coming up next, more Viking preview.
You have been tuned to Coach's Corner with a look at today's Colfax Viking game from the coach's point of view. Stay tuned. More Viking preview is coming right up.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to Viking Preview. Tonight we have the Vikings opening their Dunn St. Croix Conference play by taking on the Turtle Lake Lakers in an attempt to pick up their first win of the season. Now, taking a quick look around the Dunn St. Croix Conference, all conference teams continued last week with non-conference games. In addition to the Levis-Strum Cardinals topping the Vikings 28-0, the Clear Lake Warriors were defeated by the Webster Tigers 10-0. And it was the Blair Taylor Wildcats topping the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 35-13, and the Glenwood City Hilltoppers powered past the Osseo Fairchild Thunder 41-0, while the Spring Valley Cardinals were edged by the Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 13-8. In addition, it was the Turtle Lake Lakers thumping the Augusta Beavers 52-0, while the Boyceville Bulldogs dominated the Cameron Comets 57-0. Now tonight, the Dunn St. Croix Conference opens conference play with 4 games. In addition to the Vikings taking on the Turtle Lake Lakers, we find the Boyceville Bulldogs hosting the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, while the Glenwood City Hilltoppers will travel to Grantsburg to face the Grantsburg Pirates in a Dunn St. Croix Lakeland Conference crossover game. And the Spring Valley Cardinals will visit the Clear Lake Lakers. Now tonight the Vikings need to show that they can complete drives. To do this, they need to continue to open holes for the running game and give the quarterback enough time to complete passes down the field. Defensively, they need to stay strong against the rush, stick to their assignments, and avoid giving up the big plays. In addition, the Vikings would really like to snap that 19-game losing streak dating all the way back to Game 1 of the 2023 season. Now this all adds up to some exciting high school football action right here on NLWN2. Now in just a few moments, we'll send it out to our broadcast crew at Turtle Lake High School, and we'll have all the play-by-play action for you coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN2.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pregame to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
Colfax Vikings here to play. With our hearts on fire, we'll light up the day.
You've been watching Viking Preview on NLWN2 with a look at today's Colfax Viking football game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking football.
Our time is finally here. When tech goes on the fritz and frustration kicks in, Sladen's technology where your trusty can. From nowhere to backups, we've got what you need. Call us up, we'll plant the seed. Sladen's on the way, your heroes in disguise. For businesses large and small, we're the ultimate prize. 715-864-2833, get the IT help you desire. Call 715-864-2833 today. Yeah, we're the Vikings, hear us roar. Colfax pride, we're ready to soar.
NLWN2, in conjunction with Colfax High School, is proud to present Colfax Viking Football.
Colfax Vikings will stand tall, fighting for the win, we'll give our all. With every tackle, with every play, bringing the thunder, we'll seize the day.
Join us right here all season long for Colfax Viking Football. And now it's out to the stadium for tonight's Colfax Viking football game.
We're the Colfax Vikings, feel the power we bring. Yeah, we're the Vikings. Hear us roar. Colfax pride, we're forevermore.
Good evening and welcome to Saputo Field at the Lake Dairy Sports Complex in Turtle Lake. The Dun St. Croix Conference opener tonight here on NLWN 2. The Colfax Vikings are at the Turtle Lake Lakers. I'm Jay Fall here with Rick Olson and Chris Olson, and we are set to bring you tonight's game.
And don't forget John Fellons on the computer.
Oh, yeah, and John Fellons.
And Tavin Fellons right next to him, going to be being a bit of a gopher for us tonight.
All right. So this is a conference opener for both teams, and the Dun St. Croix looks a little bit different for football this season than it did last year, Rick, with some teams going in the other conferences, and Turtle Lake, the newcomer as far as football.
Actually becoming an official part of the conference. And in addition, the Dun St. Croix Conference is down to 7 teams. And so the Dun St. Croix and the Lakeland Conference have kind of paired up where each team plays a crossover game that will count. And a little later on this season, the Vikings play the Cameron Comets in their crossover game. There's a crossover game going on tonight, and I think it's Glenwood City and Grantsburg. And those are all part of the Lakeland Conference and Dun St. Croix Conference crossover games. So that's new this year.
So we will take a quick break, and then we will be back with the national anthem and the introduction of the teams. You're watching Colfax Football on NLWN 2.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
And welcome back. We are about ready for the presentation of the colors by the American Legion here in Turtle Lake, and we'll have the national anthem followed by introduction of the teams.
Turtle Lake for tonight's Military Appreciation Night, and our matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Turtle Lake Lakers. WIA requires good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating or taunting actions or chants will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. With tonight being our Military Appreciation Night, we first want to express our deep gratitude to all of our vets and military service men and women. Thank you for your service. Our special guest tonight, presenting our colors, is the Turtle Lake American Legion Post 137. Stretch Broker, Patrick Mirth, Dale Hove, and Greg Warner. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask for those who are able to stand, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart for the singing of the national anthem by Michaela Vivian.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
And now for your starting lineup for the Vikings. The Vikings have asked to be presented as a team. We'll give him a minute. So here are your Colfax Vikings. Vikings are coached by head coach Mark Mancow, Hayden Goodman, Chad Evenson, Ricky Hagan, and Luke Parzik. And now it's time for your Laker lineup. Tonight's defense for the Lakers. A senior, number 5, Captain Luke Owen. A junior, number 7, Captain Brody Tallman. A senior, number 8, Brandon Wagner. A senior, number 12, Captain Brandon Wright. A junior, number 15, Connor Bader. Senior, number 21, Aiden Whittenville. Senior, number 23, Captain Vincent Stowe. Senior, number 42, Luke Oppenhagen. Senior, number 50, Captain Camden Davis. Junior, number 55, Gavin Ellis. And the junior, number 56, Ashton Hank. Lakers are coached by head coach Troy Wagner, assisted by Ben Gibson, Keith Thomas, and Jonathan Chamberlain.
And so we are ready for the kickoff. Colfax won the coin toss, and they elected to receive here in the first half. So they are going to be defending the goal to our left, as you look on here, wearing white uniforms, red numerals, trim, and helmets. The Turtle Lake Lakers, the host squad, they'll be kicking off. They'll be defending the goal to the right as we look on.
And Jay, you can't see any of those Turtle Lake Lakers because they're in camouflage uniforms.
Yeah, they're hidden very well. The numbers pop right out, though, so that's good. So Brandon Wagner is going to be doing the kicking for the Turtle Lake Lakers, and leg into it, and we're underway. A low kick. It is going to bounce to the 10-yard line where it's picked up. Coming up the field with it is Jeremiah York, and York stretched over to the far side of the field, and he will be brought down at about the 27.
Yeah, York fielded that on about the second hop, and so it was a low line drive kick, and then York took it straight up the field and then cut a little bit to the outside, got to the 27.
So the Vikings start with 6 seconds gone here in the first quarter, as up under center is, or in the shotgun is Austin Peterson, and he will hand the ball off to Jacob Wall, the lone setback, and he will be stopped for maybe a yard, going right up the middle.
Wall had a big game last week at Oliva Strum. We had him for 115 yards on 27 carries, but I'll bet Turtle Lake saw that too.
Yeah, Wall's been carrying the ball, well, a lion's share of the season here, as we are at 2nd down and 9. And taking the snap, Peterson with a big rush on him, manages to throw under pressure, and the ball's picked off. Luke Moen on the interception for the Lakers. And Moen will run it back to the 18-yard line. So the Vikings turn it over, and Turtle Lake with their first opportunity to score here. $11:02 to go here in quarter number 1, and the Lakers now go on offense. Brandon Wagner, the kicker, is the wideout. There's 2 wideouts on the near side here. The quarterback is Brody Tarman. He also goes from the shotgun, and his lone back is Brandon Wright. Wright trying to find a seam off right tackle, and the Vikings stack him up. Gain of about 1.
Yeah, on that pass by Peterson, he got into all kinds of trouble in the backfield, stepped up, and it was more of a desperation throw and probably ill-advised.
So 2nd and 9 for the Lakers. They're on the Colfax 19-yard line. And the pass goes out in the flat to Vincent Stoll. Stoll gets all the way down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. And that will be first and goal for the Lakers. 10:16 left first quarter. No score as of yet, but the Lakers with the first opportunity here, first and goal at the 5. This time Luke Moen is the wide out on the far side. Single wide out on the near side, Connor Bader. Brody Tarner hands the ball off to Brandon Wright. Wright going right up the middle. And the Vikings collapse on him as he gets about halfway there.
Second and goal from the 3.
9:40 remaining here in the first quarter from Turtle Lake. Single wideouts. Brandon Wright in the backfield. Brody Tarman, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Hands it off to Wright. Wright around the left side, breaks one tackle and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Turtle Lake.
So Wright just hit it off the left side and drove it into the end zone. That's not a huge surprise that Wright's carrying the ball. He's carried it coming into tonight's game 26 times for 157 yards and a pair of touchdowns, so make that 3 touchdowns on the season.
Back on each side, and the ball handed off to Vincent Stoll. Stoll gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 9:18 remaining first quarter. The score, Turtle Lake Lakers 8, the Colfax Vikings nothing. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
NLWN2 invites you to join us in our time machine and journey back to the 1860s for some vintage baseball with the Menominee Blue Caps. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, October 20th, as the Blue Caps will take on the Sand Creek 9 from Fall Fest in Sand Creek, Wisconsin. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. That's vintage baseball, Monday, October 20th on NLWN2.
Welcome back to Saputo Field in Turtle Lake. We're at the Lake Country Dairy Sports Facility. Colfax still talking over on the far side. Turtle Lake ready to kick off for the second time in this young first quarter. Brandon Wagner to kick off. Deep to receive for the Vikings are Jeremiah York and Cole Parzik. And the kick flies to Parzik. He'll take it at the 10. He's up to the 20-yard line. Cuts outside. Gets across to the 30. Rolled down close to the 40-yard line. Decent run back on that kick.
Number 12, Cole Parzik, returns for the Vikings.
Again, even though this field is laid out east to west, we call that north-south running. He did a slight angle toward the Colfax sideline, but pretty much headed downfield as much as he could, and it paid off.
So from the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Austin Peterson, the quarterback. From the shotgun, he'll hand it off to Jacob Wall, and Wall pounced on. First man to get there for Turtle Lake, Vincent Stoll. And Stoll was the one that just ran in for 2 points for the Lakers.
Loss of 2.
2nd and 12. Ball is back on the 38-yard line for the Vikings.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that Turtle Lake is keying on Wall.
Peterson sends a man in motion. That's Parzik. Parzik picks it up, and he'll get it back to the original line of scrimmage before he's rolled on by Camden Davis of the Lakers. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Colfax with the ball on the 40-yard line. Lakers lead the Vikings 8-0. Vikings come up to the line. Easton Wedland is the wideout here on the near side. Peterson gets the snap, drops back to throw, throws down on the near side, coming back to get it as Wendland, and Wendland gets up or down to the 35-yard line of Turtle Lake. And the Vikings in Lakers territory, 1st and 10.
25-yard pass play from Peterson to Wedland.
Peterson checking over to the sidelines and comes back to the huddle to bring the play in. Colfax sends a pair of wideouts this time. In the backfield, Wall is with Peterson. Peterson takes a handoff and keeps it, but that did not fool Turtle Lake at all. And the first one in to get him was number 50, I believe. That is Camden Davis.
It's a loss of 3 on the play.
2nd and 13. Colfax with the ball on the Lakers' 38-yard line. 6:40 remaining in the first quarter. Colfax trailing 8-0. Peterson sets him down. Wall this time to his right. Drops back to throw. Quick pass out in the flat to Grant Paulus. Paulus around the outside, gets down to the 20. Breaks a tackle down to near the 10-yard line. No flags. First down, Colfax.
That's that quick swing pass out to the left side, and Paulus just turned on his jets.
So they are stretching the chains. Colfax can still get another set of downs if they need them. 1st and 10 from the 11. Peterson rolls to the near side this time, looking to throw, looking into the end zone, tucks and keeps it himself, breaks a tackle, ends up getting pushed down toward the 6-yard line.
Gain of 5 that time.
So it'll be 2nd and 5. 5:40 left first quarter. Jay Fall, Rick Olson, Chris Olson, John Fellens with you.
Vikings looking to get that first touchdown of the season.
Austin Peterson keeps it himself, has a hole blown for him off left tackle. He's still rolling, and they push him back now.
Got down to the 3.
Peterson carries. He's short of the end zone. The line to gain.
So he got 3 yards on that carry.
Looks like they're spotting the ball on the 4. 3rd and 3 from the 4-yard line for Colfax. Axton Call split out wide. Cole Parzik's in the slot. Peterson calling out the signals. He's up under center, hands the ball or ends up keeping it, and he is.
Well, actually, he handed it to Wall, and it shot right through Wall's hands and scooted back. Unfortunately, Peterson fell on it.
So that brings up 4th down with the loss of 2. It's 4th and 5. Ball is back on the 6. Four minutes remain here in the first quarter. Colfax looking for their first points of the year here. Peterson from the shotgun takes a high snap, rolls to his left, tries for that pass on the left side, but he is hit and sacked by, once again, Camden Davis.
So the ball's going to go over on downs.
And the Lakers will take it back with an 8-0 lead, 3:44 to go in the first. The line of scrimmage will be the Lakers' own 19-yard line. Aiden Keendorf and Vincent Stoll out on the near side for Turtle Lake. Over on the far side, a pair as well. Brody Tarman scooting around now, takes it himself. Still running down the far sidelines, gets across the 40-yard line. It looked like the ball got loose. And Colfax
singling it.
Yeah, they're claiming that they've recovered it.
And the officials are going to discuss it. The ball is going to be at the 46-yard line. And Colfax got it.
Colfax does recover.
And the fumble recovery was made by Chase Albright. So rather than the Vikings shooting themselves in the foot, it's the Lakers that shot themselves in the foot.
And the Vikings start 1st and 10 on the Laker 45-yard line. Peterson back in the gun. One man going in motion. Delayed handoff to Wall. Stutter steps, and he is just going to let the Wall push him.
Wall is pushing the Wall.
Yeah.
He ended up with a really hard-earned 5 yards. I've been waiting all season to say that.
Yep, he had to work for that 5. 2nd and 5, ball on the 40-yard line of Turtle Lake for Colfax. Wedlin comes to the near side, and the slot in the near side is Parsick. Peterson calls the signals, hands it off to Wall. Wall goes right up the middle. And he'll get down to the 40 before he is pushed back.
Wall is drawing a crowd.
But even taking that crowd with him is making some nice gains. Offensive line doing a good job of helping him out. 3rd and 5 from the 40. This time Wendland is the lone wideout. Peterson fumbles the snap and has to land on it at the 45-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 10.
Yeah, I think the snap was a little late getting back to him, and he tried to start sprinting out. I think he was going to roll to the near side and look downfield, and just didn't have a chance to field it, look it into his hands before he started running, and the ball ended up on the ground.
Senior Grant Paulus back to receive the punt snap. Has some time and punts it to about the 13-yard line. Coming out to bring it back is Connor Bader.
Bader got hit very nicely by, I think it was Axton Call down there quickly, and Call laid the leather to him just as he got to about the 30-yard line.
And we'll get a new football in there. From the 30, 1st and 10, a minute 15 remains here in the first quarter. Turtle Lake 8, Colfax nothing. Brody Tarman with one back. That's Brandon Wright. Wright going to try to go off right tackle. And the pile meets him. He'll gain a couple. We're inside a minute now, remaining in the first. NLWN 2, your season-long home for the Colfax Viking football team.
And then we get basketball after that.
Yeah, it just keeps it coming. Tarman hands it off to Wright. Wright bounced around a little bit. Now the Vikings trying to relieve him of the football, but he hangs on. He'll gain a couple of more, and it'll be
3rd and long 6.
Yeah. And they are going to just let the first quarter come to an end. At the end of the first, it's the Turtle Lake Lakers 8, the Colfax Vikings nothing. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And I want to let you know that tomorrow the Chippewa Valley Museum is presenting From the Philippines to Japan, a look at World War II prisoner of war experience, remembering and reflecting on American World War II POW experiences in the Pacific Theater 80 years after the end of World War II. This program is free, but registration is required to secure a seat. So make sure you call 715-834-7871. That's 715-834-7871. This was made possible by financial support from members of the Chippewa Valley Museum. That's tomorrow from 2 to 3 p.m. at the Chippewa Valley Museum.
Start of the second quarter, Lakers with the ball, 3rd down and 6. They are on their own 34-yard line. Coming out to the near side now, Luke Moen, the quarterback, is Brody Tarman. Tarman has a setback, one similar, and a high snap. He manages to bring it in. He is being pursued, and he is sacked back at the 28-yard line. First one there is Grant Paulus.
That's a minus 6 yards.
Yeah, he had to jump pretty high to bring that snap in. And then the Vikings pursued him well. Wagner also does the punting, and that punt is going to be taken at the 40-yard line by Cole Parzik. Parzik trying to cut inside, and he meets 3 Lakers. And I think the lead one there was Jackson Brown.
I remember back in my disc jockey days, I played a number of songs by Jackson Brown.
Yes.
Somehow I don't think it was the same one.
No, I don't think so. Because he didn't look like he was running on empty, so.
Right.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. 11:17 to go. Second quarter, Austin Peterson. Again in the shotgun, he's got Jacob Wall, the sophomore, to his right. Quick pass out in the flat, caught by Grant Paulus. But where he grabbed that one, it's probably not going to be much, if any, gain. Yeah, he caught at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
That was a really nice form tackle that time by the Lakers. Didn't give Paulus a chance to get turned and heading upfield.
Second and 10. Pair of wideouts. Peterson now going in motion is Parzik. And the handoff went to Jacob Wall, and unfortunately he stumbled and his knee went down.
At least they're saying his knee went down. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it did. I think he kept his knees up. He put his hand down to balance himself. So it's going to be a loss of 2.
3rd down and 12 as we approach 10 minutes left in the first half. Turtle Lake Lakers lead the Colfax Vikings 8-0. Wide out Axton Call, near side. Peterson. Long count, takes the snap, drops back to throw. They're pursuing him. Throws a screen pass out to Wall. And Wall is dropped back at about the 38-yard line. And unfortunately, Colfax moved in the wrong direction in that drive, and it's going to be 4th and long.
That completion will be short of the line of scrimmage. Bring up 4th and long.
9:22 left to go, second quarter, and the Vikings are going to be punting it to the Lakers. Another good punt. Going back to get it is Luke Moen. Moen starts at about the 28 and just goes straight upfield. And he is brought down at the 45-yard line.
Skip to the 45-yard line. Lakers will take over from there.
So the Lakers with another opportunity on offense. Nearing 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. As the umpire provides some good hustle there. Getting back in position. Tarman takes the snap, throws a pass over the middle, and he was looking for Vincent Stahl, running a post pattern, and he slipped through his hands, incomplete.
He almost got him right in stride.
Yeah. So the Lakers in their camo uniforms get up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Tarman takes a snap, hands it immediately to Vincent Stahl, and he is quickly dropped to the ground.
Loss of yards. Bring up 3rd and long.
That looked like Parzik.
Yeah, it was. Parzik knifed through and was the first to make contact. He didn't bring him down, but he held him up enough that the rest of the Vikings came to the rescue.
Yeah, I think Jacob Wall ended up coming off and finishing him off then. 3rd and 12. Ball on the 43-yard line of the Lakers. Long snap, Tarman rolling to the near side, pumps, throws, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Cole Parzik.
Tarman's pass is intercepted by Parzik. Wagner was the intended target.
So the Colfax Vikings get a scoring opportunity now, and they also lead the turnover battle here. 2 Turtle Lake recoveries, 2 Turtle Lake turnovers, 1 for the Vikings. And Austin Peterson. A pistol this time. He'll roll off to the right. Throws that quick pass out to Paulus. And Paulus ends up losing the ball.
And the official saying he's down by contact. That ball popped out after his wallet hit the turf.
So 2nd down and 6.
I think the Vikings are hoping that if they hit a few of those quick hitters to the outside, it might open some things up for Wall up the middle.
Peterson hands the ball off to Wall. Wall going right up the middle, and it looks like they're bouncing on the ball again, but it's going to bring up 3rd and long. They'll unpile the bodies and figure out where the ball will be placed. It looks like the 39-yard line, 3rd and 4. Peterson. Shotgun. Parzik goes in motion. Fake a handoff to him, and going right up the gut is Peterson. And he'll pick up a couple of more. 3 out to the
You got 1.
40. Fourth and 3.
2 yards, anyway.
And Parzik, another good punt, and having to go back to get it is Luke Moen, and he's still going back.
Oh, my.
It goes out of bounds. It looks like
about the 2-yard line.
Oh, they're going to mark. It looks like a marker was dropped at the 5. That's still a great position for the Vikings to have put the Lakers in. 5:38 to go, 2nd quarter. Turtle Lake leads Colfax 8-0.
This would be a great time for a defensive score.
It would. Single wideouts, Brody Tarman. At quarterback, he's got 2 backs behind him. He takes the snap, and he's going to take it himself. And he's running up the middle. He'll get the ball across the 10. to about the 11. So they're going to skate him about 7, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, they ended up putting it on the 12.
Same set for the Lakers. Quarterback Brody Tarman, a junior for the Lakers. Has his back to his left, and he tried to cut up the middle, and the Viking defensive line shut that right down. That was Brandon Wright with the attempted carry. Jacob Wall and others stopped him. So he came from the left trying to get over to the right, and the Viking defense did a good job of holding him.
It's a big play for the Viking defense right now. If they can hold him here, make him punt from deep in their own territory, the Vikings look to get the ball in decent field position.
Tarsak shouts out the signals and goes forward, and he is swarmed and sacked back at the 8-yard line. Looks like Ethan Schindler and others were in there. Fourth down and 8.
4th and long, deep in their own territory. Boy, would one of those high snaps be really nice right about now?
Yeah, it would. Good snap. Significant rush. That punt shorter than others, and a fair catch signaled by Cole Parzik. And he caught it at, looks like they're going to place it at the 35-yard line. And so Colfax takes over on the punt, 1st and 10, good field position, 3:21 remaining, second quarter. Turtle Lake Lakers 8, Colfax Vikings nothing. So Austin Peterson and the Vikings ready. Sacks the snap, they give it to Wall, and Wall met behind the line of scrimmage. First man there to get him was Ashton Hank.
That's going to be a loss of a couple.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 12. Clock continues to roll, 3 minutes left in the first half.
I think Wall was the victim of a lookout block that time. That's where the lineman missed the block and goes, look out.
So Wall shifts to the right side of Peterson. Still running from the shotgun, dropping back. Hot pursuit, and he is dropped.
We have a face mask being called. We have 2 flags on the field. One way over on the far sideline. But he picked his up. I think it was the same call. Personal foul, face mask.
So that's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for Colfax.
And I think it's from the previous spot.
.235 left second quarter. Lakers 8, Vikings 0. But Colfax getting a first down off the Lakers face masking penalty.
At the 22.
So very close to the red zone here. Vikings break the huddle. Peterson with Wall to his right. Takes the snap, takes it himself, trying to cut back off right tackle. And the Lakers were not fooled.
Jason sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
Ends up losing.
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, no gain. But they need to flip those markers the other way, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Not what it says.
It says
over
4th
there
and 10 over there.
2 wide outs near side, yeah.
On this side is signaling, second down. Now they're getting it.
There we go. Peterson. Pass in the slot goes out to Grant Paulus. Paulus tumbled down at about the 18-yard line on the stop. Brody Tarman for Turtle Lake. And we have a timeout called by Colfax. 1:21 remains second quarter. Turtle Lake Lakers 8, Colfax Vikings nothing. You're watching Vikings football on NLWN 2.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Welcome back to Saputo Field in Turtle Lake. Colfax 3rd and 7. Ball's on the Lakers' 19-yard line. Peterson and Wall talking.
We have an official timeout. It looked like Paulus had a flat tire. Needs to be repaired. And it's never real easy when you're a football player because you got stuff to take off. Then you got to tie your shoe, and then you got to put your stuff back on.
So tie it good. Peterson with the snap. Looking into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings!
Holy cow!
Parzik!
First touchdown of the season for the Vikings is Peterson to Parzik. And the Vikings are on the board.
1:16 to go. And it looks like the Vikings will be attempting a point after kick. Grant Paulus gets ready to kick the extra point. Snap, set down, kick is no good. 1:16.
The snap was bobbled, and then by the time they got it set, he really didn't have much of a chance, and he hit a line drive just over the head of the linesman. But the Vikings are on the board on NLWN2.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
NLWN2 is excited to bring you Colfax Viking Football.
Under Friday night lights, we lace up our cleats. Heartbeats sync with the drums and
Our next broadcast will be on Friday, September 12th, when the Colfax Vikings host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, September 12th on NLWN2.
Colfax Vikings with their first points of the 2025 season, which we hope is the start of many more to come. End-over-end kickoff taken by Turtle Lake's Moen. Moen comes to the near side, and he is tackled at the 33-yard line. On the play, Grant Paulus on the tackle. 1:09 remains here in the first half. Lakers lead Colfax only by 2 points now, 8-6. Ball is on the 33-yard line of Turtle Lake for the Lakers. We invite you to stay tuned for halftime programming coming up.
And the Vikings call timeout. They were a little curious on their personnel.
And so we'll take a break as well. 1:09 to go. Second quarter, Turtle Lake 8, Colfax 6, Viking football, NLWN 2.
It's getting to that time of year again. Time for NLWN TV and NLWN 2 to present our Halloween Spooktacular 2025. Join us at 7 p.m. on Halloween night by the light of the jack-o'-lantern as we bring you some of the best in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, Inner Sanctum Mysteries, and we'll wrap things up with the classic Halloween show of all time with Orson Welles' production of The War of the Worlds. So join me on our Halloween Spooktacular at 7 p.m. Halloween night on NLWN TV and NLWN 2.
Welcome back to Saputo Field, Turtle Lake High School. The host Lakers have the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 33. They have a 2-point lead over the visiting Colfax Vikings. Jay Fall, Rick Olson, Chris Olson, John Fellons here to bring you all the action right here on NLWN 2. Turtle Lake sends 2 wideouts to the far side this time. Quarterback Brody Tarman calls out the signals, drops back to throw, now scoots over to the far side and had his receivers covered. Tarman still running. Tarman to the near side, out to the 40, runs out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
That's real close to a first down.
Oh, they're going to give it to him. 1st and 10. 56 seconds to go. Second quarter. Tarman took a lot of time to try to find open receivers, and the Vikings did a good job of covering them all up. Now they have trips to the left. Tarman again drops back to throw and throws it short, and that one incomplete. Intended for Brandon Wagner.
Peterson almost had a pick six.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Lakers. Ball resting on the 44-yard line. Conan Bader wide on the near side, or far side for Turtle Lake. Tarman and Wagner. Now Wagner goes in motion. And right up the center of the field is Brandon Wright. And he'll carry it 1 to the 45-yard line. This time the Lakers take a timeout. 43 seconds left, second quarter. Lakers 8, Vikings 6. You're watching Colfax football on NLWN 2.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day's a new opportunity.
That's cool. Your hand's gotten so yeah.
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love your mind.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
43 seconds left in the first half. Turtle Lake Lakers 8, Colfax Vikings 6. Colfax quickly coming onto the field. The defense, 3rd and 9. Ball on the 45-yard line. Junior quarterback Brody Tarman leading the Lakers. Tarman, 3-step drop, fires over the middle, and it is nearly caught by Luke Moen. Good coverage by the Vikings there. It'll be 4th and 9, 38 seconds left in the second. And Turtle Lake wants to talk again. 38 seconds remaining, second quarter. Turtle Lake 8, Colfax 6. You're watching Vikings football on NLWN 2.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
38 seconds left, second quarter. Stay tuned for halftime programming coming up very quickly here. 4th and 9 for the Turtle Lake Lakers, and they're going for it. Brody Tarman back with Brandon Wright off to his left. 4th and 9. Dropping back to throw. Tarman, wobbly pass. Getting one hand on it was Colfax's Ethan Schindler.
Tarman's pass is incomplete.
And the Vikings with one more crack at putting some points on the board here with 33 seconds to go in the second.
And they still have a timeout left. From the 45.
So not too bad, and it's Turtle Lake's 45, so that's even better. Austin Peterson sets him down. From a pistol, try receivers over on the far side, rolling to his right. Peterson throwing, jump ball, caught by Cole Parzik.
Down at the 2-yard line.
Great play by the Vikings, and they take a timeout. 23 seconds to go. Second quarter, Turtle Lake 8, Colfax 6. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Hi. I'm your retirement fear, but don't be scared. You're still in pre-retirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. Here, this is pretirement.org.
Retirement savings options? Potential tax breaks?
Ooh,
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
you got this.
Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason. Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Colfax Vikings in the waning seconds here of the second quarter. Moving it down the field. First and goal at the 5.
That 40-yard pass by Peterson makes him 8 for 9.
Peterson up under center, keeps it himself and takes it right in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Peterson with the carry and the touchdown.
And now the Vikings have their first lead of the 2025 season.
You know, one thing John was talking about just a couple minutes ago is that the Viking passing game has been the more effective, and the more they use it, the more it's going to open up the run, and that's exactly what Peterson did on that quarterback draw. Took him right into the end zone.
Going for 2, Peterson. Long count, takes the snap. Going to try to get it in there himself, and he is stopped short. So with 19 seconds to go, second quarter, the Colfax Vikings 12, the Turtle Lake Lakers 8. You're watching Colfax Viking Football on NLWN 2.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to Turtle Lake. The Colfax Vikings have now taken the lead in this football game. 19 seconds remain in the first half. It's Colfax 12, Turtle Lake 8.
Well, the Vikings showed that they could move the ball through the first quarter and well into the second quarter, and then they waited to the last minute 16 to put 2 touchdowns on the board, scoring 2 touchdowns in less than a minute.
So the Vikings set up to kick off. Jacob Wall, no. Well, it's a short kick. It will bounce around, and the Turtle Lake leaves it on the turf, but quickly picking it up is Luke Moen.
Which was the smart thing to do, is some of the other players should have done it a little earlier. We have a player down, but he's getting up.
That looks like Connor Bader.
But he comes trotting off.
Yep. So the Lakers with another opportunity here. To score some points.
They're trying to get the clock to say 16 seconds. There we go. 3 seconds went off the clock on that kickoff. Clock doesn't start till the receiver touches the ball, but he was not down when he first touched it, and 3 seconds later he was.
Tarman with a snap. Fires long right up the middle, and that one knocked away. On the coverage for Colfax is Austin Peterson. They were trying to hit Brandon Wagner on the long ball there. Clock stops with 11 seconds remaining in the half. 2nd and 10 for Turtle Lake. Colfax leads 12-8. Lakers break the huddle. Send a pair of wideouts to the near side. One over to the far side. And the handoff goes to Wagner, who goes nowhere. Or check that. That is Brandon Wright. And that ends the first half. Colfax Vikings 12, Turtle Lake Lakers 8. Stay tuned. Our halftime programming is next. You're watching Colfax Viking Football on NLWN 2.
Elmo's daddy taught him that when he has a big feeling like being frustrated, humming a song can help you feel better. We all have big feelings, and we are all here for one another. Love your mind.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's Viking Profile and other halftime entertainment.
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. One teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. And now Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Austin Peterson. Austin, you're a junior here at Colfax?
Yes.
Okay, now we know that you play football, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
No.
No, okay. Well, when did you start playing football, and what kind of an experience has it been for you?
I started 6th grade with flag football, and it's been a very fun experience.
Learned a lot?
Yeah.
Well, if you've learned a lot, what's the most important thing that you've learned playing football?
Playing together and don't let your teammates down.
Okay. So when you're not playing football or you're not here at school, what are some other things that you're interested or keep you occupied?
Farming and working.
Okay, and where do you work?
I do construction for a friend of my dad's.
Okay. All right, some rapid fire questions. These are our signature questions. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Cake.
Which kind?
Just vanilla.
Okay, just give me a piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
Burgers.
And what do you want on that burger?
Cheese and ketchup.
Okay, pretty plain burger, but little cheese, little ketchup. All right. All right. Favorite NFL team?
Green Bay Packers.
All right. Favorite college team?
Badgers.
All right. Now, if you could sit down and talk with any football person, whether it's a player, a coach, or any other person otherwise involved with football, from any time period at all, who would it be and why?
Tom Brady.
Okay, and what about Tom Brady?
He's good quarterback.
He's the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, now this is a lot of times a tough question. If you had a superpower, what do you think that might be and why?
I don't know. Super strength.
Super strength, okay. Now, if you had super strength as a superpower, here's the part that gets tough. You have to have a superhero name to go with that. What is your superhero name?
I don't know.
Just go by your name then.
Austin.
Austin, all right, Super Austin, all right. We're talking with Austin Peterson today on Viking Profile. How about a shout out to your family and those people that are watching you play?
A shout out to my dad, my mom, my grandparents, my brothers, and that's it.
Okay. When people come to Viking games, remind us what number do you wear and where are we going to find you on the field?
I wear number 6, and I'll play cornerback and quarterback.
Okay, we want to thank Austin Peterson for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next is more of Viking Halftime.
You've been tuned to Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. This has been a production of NLWN2. Now more Viking Halftime entertainment.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip.
to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Gather round, let me tell you a tale about a company in the Midwest where green dreams prevail. In the heart of Wisconsin, where the rivers flow wide, Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there, checking nutrients, pH, to give your garden care. Oh, let your yard shine, be the showplace on the street. With Midwest in your corner, yeah, you can't be beat. From retaining walls to patios, bricks laid with love, make your outdoor space a vision from above. They'll plant those beds by your foundation so fine, bringing life to your home like a glass of fine wine. Watch your dreams unfold, lush greens and bright blooms. Your home's a masterpiece, shedding all gloom. Brick patios calling for gatherings in the sun. With Midwest guiding you, your projects are fun. Your yard shine, be the showplace on the street. With Midwest in your corner, yeah, you can't be beat. From retaining walls to patios, bricks laid with love, make your outdoor space a vision from above. So come on folks, don't let those gardens fade. Pick up the phone, let the magic cascade. Call 608-468 your dreams can take flight, it's your piece of heaven. With cozy landscapes and colors that pop, they'll help you create a place you never want to stop. Enjoy every sunrise with nature at your feet. Midwest Environmental, making your home sweet. Soil testing right through rain or in sun. With care and with love together we'll run. Oh, let your yard shine, be the showplace on the street. With Midwest in your corner, yeah, you can't be beat. From retaining walls to patios, bricks laid with love, make your outdoor space a vision from above. So here's to the beauty, to the bloom of your home. With Midwest on your side, you'll never be alone. Your yard will stand tall, admired by the rest. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime on NLWN 2. Now back to the stadium for second half action.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And welcome back to Saputo Field in Turtle Lake, where the Vikings have a 12-8 lead over the Turtle Lake Lakers, just about ready to start the second half. Taking a quick look at the statistics for the first half. Viking running game just couldn't get untracked. They've carried the ball 16 times for a minus 10 yards, but the passing game has been very effective. Cole Peterson is 8 for 9. He does have an interception, but he also has a touchdown pass and 110 yards passing for the Vikings. So they have 100 yards of total offense. For the Turtle Lake Lakers, they're being led on the ground by Wright, Brandon Wright. He has 8 yards on 8 carries. And Brody Tarman in passing is 1 for 7 for 14 yards and an interception. And the Lakers have also fumbled the ball twice. So the Lakers have a total of 29 yards of total offense. Viking defense playing pretty tough ball. And to take us through the second half, here's Jay Fall.
Thanks, Rick. 12-8. Colfax leading the game. The Turtle Lake Lakers are 1-1 coming into this game tonight. I'm going to try to undo the tape here without blowing it totally. Vikings have scored for the first time tonight in the 2025 campaign. As far as the other teams of the Dun St. Croix, Glenwood City is leading it with a 2-0 record. Boyceville at 1-0 in second place. And then Clear Lake and Turtle Lake tied for third with 1-1 marks for each. And then the Vikings and Elmwood Plum City tied for fifth. Along with Spring Valley, they're also 0-2. So it'll be interesting to see how things shake out after the conference opener for everybody in the conference except Glenwood City. They're playing Grantsburg.
And that game does count because that is the Dun St. Croix Lakeland crossover game, so that game does count in the conference standings.
So to start the second half, the Colfax Vikings are going to be defending the goal as you look on to the left. Still in white uniforms, red numerals, trim, and helmets. The Turtle Lake Lakers defending the goal to the right. Their uniforms, camo, with I think maroon helmets and we'll call them gold numerals.
Maybe that's why Tarman hasn't been able to find any receivers downfield. They're all camouflaged.
And we are underway in the second half, and kickoff bobbled, but picked up at the 10-yard line. And boy, he's got some speed here. And he was forced out of bounds. That is Brandon Wright.
Back
And
at
it looks
the
like
43.
they're 43 of Turtle Lake.
But Brandon Wright just about took that one to the house.
Yeah, I think that ball is probably, well, even for that short time out there, getting slippery. But once he got it under control, he moved.
I know our stuff's getting a little slick up here. Wasn't supposed to be raining.
Brody Tarman in the shotgun for the Lakers and fakes a handoff, takes it himself, goes off right tackle, and it looked like he did a somersault there, and he was brought down at about the 49. Nope, they're going to put it right at midfield. Second down and about 3. 11 and a half minutes to go, third quarter. Colfax 12, Turtle Lake 8. Coming to the wide side, Lucas Poppenhagen. Tarman takes the snap again, fakes a handoff, and is going to take it himself. This time going around the right side, gets into Colfax territory down to about the 38-yard line. And it looks like Cole Parsick on the stop for the Vikings.
So it almost looks like they're starting to run a read option where he's riding the running back and then deciding to either hand it off or keep it, and both times he's kept it so far in the second half.
First and 10 from the 38. Tarman back to throw, fires right side, has a receiver wide open down at the 15-yard line. And that one completed down to Vincent Stahl, it looked like. So line of scrimmage now the 15-yard line. First and 10 for the Lakers as they're now taking it to the air and moving it.
A 23-yard pass play.
Tarman from the shotgun takes the snap, takes it himself again on the keeper. He's going to go around that far side.
Looks like they're going to mark him at about the 5, I think.
Yeah,
no, they're going to be short of the 5. Looks like the 8.
So it'll be 2nd and 3 as we approach 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Turtle Lake driving, Colfax leading 12-8. Single wideouts. Tarman from the shotgun, back on each side. He's going to take it himself again, and Tarman breaks through for the Turtle Lake touchdown, 7-yard run.
Again, he faked the handoff to the outside and cut it back up just off tackle and took it into the end zone, found a path there.
So 9:56 to go in the third quarter. And the Lakers now have the lead back. 14-12 over the Colfax Vikings, and it looks like the Lakers going for 2. Tarman takes the snap, scurries around, looks for a hole on the right side, gets in. And the 2-point conversion is good. 9:56 remains, third quarter. Turtle Lake 16, Colfax 12. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming all. Snowmobiles racing under
NLWN2 is excited to bring you Colfax Viking Football.
Friday night lights, we lace up our cleats. Heartbeats sync with the drums and
Our next broadcast will be on Friday, September 12th, when the Colfax Vikings host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves.
Brandon Wagner set to kick off for the Turtle Lake Lakers, who have taken the lead back. A low kick will get past the Colfax Vikings, and he's going to down it in the end zone. That's Jeremiah York. And so Colfax is going to start at the 20-yard line. .9:52 remaining in the third quarter. NLWN2 is your home for Colfax Vikings football throughout the 2025 campaign. And next week, the Vikings host Elmwood Plum City at Colfax High School. 6:40 for Viking pregame. Kickoff scheduled for about 7. So Vikings going to try to get the lead back here. Peterson sends his wide out in motion, and that is Parzik. Parzik tries to make a cut upfield, and the Lakers shut him down. Parzik ends up losing a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11. Elmwood Plum City is looking for their first win of the season as well. Next week's opponent for the Vikings, you can see it right here. Or, of course, you can see it at the Lee Bjorkquist Fields. And a wobbly pass intended for Easton Wedland. Through his hands and to the turf, incomplete. 3rd and 11 now. Vikings moving things through the air in the second quarter. See if that opens up their running game here. Austin Peterson calls out the signals, takes a snap, and throws a pass. This one out on the far side. And again, that one bounces in and out of the hands of Grant Paulus. Paulus gets helped up. He's down at about the 40-yard line. 16-12 Lakers. And it's 4th down and 11 for the Vikings. They are back on their own 19-yard line. And Paulus counts up the Vikings, and he's going to end up punting. He's standing back at about the 7-yard line. And that punt is blocked. Ball is loose, scooped up by Turtle Lake, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakers. (22-12) is the score, and we'll see if Turtle Lake goes for 2. And we have a timeout called by Turtle Lake. 8:55 left, third quarter.
Touch with the roots
Turtle Lake
of the
22.
Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
Starting tomorrow, the Chippewa Valley Museum presents From the Philippines to Japan, a look at the World War II prisoner of war experience. Remembering and reflecting on the American World War II POW experience in the Pacific Theater, 80 years after the end of World War II. This program is free, but registration is required to secure a seat. Call 715-834-7871. Was made possible through the financial support for members of the Chippewa Valley Museum. That's tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m. at the Chippewa Valley Museum. So the Lakers looking for points after here. Brody Tarman takes the snap, and he is stopped short of the goal line, so no points after on this one. Score with 8:55 to go in the third quarter. It is Turtle Lake 22, Colfax 12. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley.
It's getting to that time of year again. Time for NLWN TV and NLWN2 to present our Halloween Spooktacular 2025. Join us at 7 p.m. on Halloween night by the light of the jack-o'-lantern as we bring you some of the best in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, Inner Sanctum Mysteries, and we'll wrap things up with the classic Halloween show of all time with Orson Welles' production of The War of the Worlds. So join me on our Halloween Spooktacular at 7 p.m. Halloween night on NLWN TV and NLWN2.
Welcome back to Saputo Field.
Well, that was a revolting development in that last little bit there.
And Turtle Lake kicking again. This one is going to be picked up at about the 20-yard line. And bringing it to and Wall brings it out to about the 36. So the Vikings will start 1st and 10 there. At the 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Colfax returns home a week from tonight. They'll host Elmwood Plum City at Colfax. Kickoff time 7 o'clock. Coverage starts with Viking pregame at 6:40. And we have flags, and it looks like all kinds of motion on the Colfax side. Yep, illegal motion, Colfax.
Cole Parzak went into motion, and as he went into motion, Jeremiah York flinched as if he were going to go into motion, and he can't do that.
One at a time. 22-12. The Vikings now trail by 10. And it's 1st and 15. Line of scrimmage is the 32. Peterson and the Vikings will try it again. York goes in motion this time, dropping back. Peterson throwing, and over the top of Cole Parzak, who had made his way out of bounds by then, incomplete.
Took a seat on the bench there for a moment.
Now 2nd and 15 for the Vikings. They are on their own 32-yard line. 8:44 left third quarter. Jay Fall, Rick Olson, Chris Olson, John Fellens here, bringing you action live from Saputo Field in Colfax, or in Turtle Lake, sorry. Getting a week ahead of myself here.
That's the rain affecting you.
That's it, yeah. And it looks like we have, thanks. Legal procedure on Colfax. More motion. It's going to push him back another 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 20. Line of scrimmage is a 27. Well, despite the so-so weather tonight, good crowd on hand for both sides.
Actually, through the whole first half, the weather was fine for a football evening.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the signage over on the school, and it does show time and temperature, and it says it's 50 degrees here.
Don't believe it.
Our computer says it's 45.
Ah. Peterson, another throw up the middle and nearly intercepted by Connor Bader of the Lakers. And that'll bring up 4th and long.
He had,
or 3rd and long, I guess.
He had Easton Wedland open. He kind of underthrew it and allowed Bader to get underneath it. In and out of the hands. Otherwise, Wedland was going to have a lot of green in front of him had he made that connection.
Trips on the near side. Austin Peterson takes the snap. He's going to throw a ball to the near side this time, and we have a flag down. That pass was intended for Cole Parzik, and I think he was interfered with by Lucas Papenhagen. Yeah.
I'm not sure that that's a correct call in that situation because I'll be honest with you, I don't think that was a catchable pass.
Yeah, it was short.
That's not an automatic first down, I don't think. But let's see if they give him one. No, it's going to be 3rd down.
3rd and about 4.
5, it should be.
3rd and 5, okay. Here come the Vikings. Trips on the far side this time. 3 receivers left, 1 on the near side. Peterson keeps it himself. He'll dash it across the 45-yard line right up the middle. Down to about the 44. It's going to bring up 4th.
Or 46.
46, yeah. And the Vikings snap it quick, and look, see the way they've been pushing them back, I don't think they got it.
No, the tush push didn't work, and they weren't the Philadelphia Eagles with that one. And it looks like he lost 2 yards.
So the line of scrimmage for the Lakers appears to be the 44-yard line. We have 8:03 remaining 3rd quarter. Lakers still have a 10-point lead. Vincent Stoll wide on the far side. Hayden Keendorf on the near side. And the handoff goes to Brandon Wright. Wright goes off left tackle down to about the 42. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Lakers. 7:40 remaining 3rd quarter. Lakers break the huddle with 2 wideouts on each side of the line. Quarterback Brody Tarman sends Brandon Wagner in motion. He stays put. Tarman being pursued, fires a pass over the middle, and a good coverage on the play by Colfax. That was intended for Stoll. And it'll be 3rd and 7, ball on the 42. Connor Bader comes in from the sidelines with the play. Two wideouts far side, one on the near side. Tarman takes the snap and keeps it, comes to the short side, to the near side, still running, and he's dragged out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Compliments of Jacob Wall of the Vikings. He picks up the first down. 7:05 to go, third quarter, 22-12. Lakers over the Vikings. From Turtle Lake.
On that, he faked the handoff going to the right, and the entire Viking defense bit on the fake, and he had a wide open path going around the left side.
Three wideouts this time on the far side. Nobody on the near side. Rolling right to the far side. A pass fired down to about the 15-yard line where it didn't look like there were any Lakers there to catch it.
There was one way over by the sideline, but Tarman was under a lot of pressure that time. Kolparzik coming in and putting the pressure on. Or Grant Paulus, check that. Parzik, Paulus, they both start with P's. You know, we got Peterson, Parzik, and Paulus.
Line of scrimmage is the 29, 2nd and 10 for the Lakers. Stoll goes in motion, dropping back. Tarman manages to get it to Brandon Wright on the pass. And Turtle Lake picks up another first down as the ball goes into Colfax territory and inside the red zone. 12-yard line, 1st and 10 Lakers. 6:52 remains, third quarter. Moen and Wagner out on the far side. Near side is Connor Bader. Tarman, two backs behind him, and to the side of him, and he'll hand it off to Vincent Stahl. Stahl goes off right tackle.
And we have a penalty marker on the play in the area where holding happens.
And that's what happened. Turtle Lake with a holding penalty. And that will take them slightly out of the red zone now as the line of scrimmage becomes the 22-yard line. .6:42 remaining, third quarter. Tarman. Stahl goes in motion. Tarman rolls to his right to throw, fires back over the middle, and it is caught by Brandon Wagner. And Wagner catches it. Ball is now on the about the 12-yard line. Be 2nd and 9. Two wideouts far side, near side with one. And Tarman's going to take it himself, evades a couple of tacklers into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Turtle Lake.
Tarman put a couple nifty moves on going around the right side. And there's some Vikings looking for some pieces of clothing that they got faked out of as he was going around that side.
So we'll have a point after kick attempt here by Brandon Wagner, who does the kicking for the Lakers. Turtle Lake leads 28-12. Ball down, kick is blocked. No good. 5:29 remains, third quarter. Turtle Lake 28, Colfax 12. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
NLWN2 invites you to join us in our time machine and journey back to the 1860s for some vintage baseball with the Menominee Blue Caps. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, October 20th, as the Blue Caps will take on the Sand Creek 9 from Fall Fest in Sand Creek, Wisconsin. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. That's vintage baseball, Monday, October 20th on NLWN2.
So Wagner kicking off to the Vikings once again, and that Vikings are going to let that ball go right into the end zone to start at the 20. 5:29 left here in the third quarter, 28-12 is the score.
Third quarter's been all Turtle Lake. Vikings need to get a little something going, get back into this game.
So chains are set. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Colfax Vikings.
Chris was just pointing out something that I was feeling myself. With the rain, we got a little damp, and now that wind feels really cold. Welcome to football season.
Yeah, that's right. And Peterson keeps it. Drop behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play. Be 2nd and 11 from the 19. Approaching 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A quarter that has been the Lakers. Colfax set near side. Pair of wideouts. Peterson takes the snap, fires a screen out on the flat, and it was intended for Wagner. Or no, sorry,
Paulus.
that's Paulus, and it's incomplete. Third and 11 now. Line of scrimmage still the 19-yard line. Next week, the Vikings host Elmwood Plum City. Three wideouts near side, one on the far side. Peterson takes the snap, looks for one of the three going over the middle, and it through the hands of Cole Parzik and out of his hands onto the wet grass. Incomplete, and it's 4th and 11.
As hot as Peterson was in the first half, he's that cold in the second half. Maybe that's why it's feeling colder up here.
Grant Paulus back to receive the punt snap. He is standing at the 7. That snap is short. His punt ends up being short. Turtle Lake having trouble grabbing it, but getting a hold of it is Brody Tarman. And Tarman down on his back at about the 26-yard line. So the Lakers go back on offense. 4:27 remains third quarter, 28-12. Turtle Lake out in front of Colfax. Tarman from the shotgun. Has a man in motion, fakes a handoff, takes it himself.
No, that was, he did a little shovel pass.
And they're going to say it's incomplete?
Yeah, it was an incomplete pass because it was a shovel pass. He sent it to Stoll, but Stoll couldn't hang on.
Yeah, ball on the turf, probably getting slick.
Vikings did dive on the loose ball, but it was a shovel pass, so it's an incomplete pass.
And this time handed off to Wright. Right on the far side, stacked up by a wall of Vikings. About a 4-yard gain on the play, 3rd and 6. 4 minutes left, third quarter. Lakers come up to the line. Tarman keeps it himself, comes around to the near side to the 20, and knocked out of bounds at about the 15 by Jayden Morgan of the Vikings.
Tarman shows some speed getting to the outside. The Vikings are pursuing well. They just can't match his speed.
Sorry, I think that was Wendland.
On the tackle.
Yeah. Yep. 1st and 10 for the Lakers from the 15-yard line. Pair of wideouts each side for the Lakers. Tarman throws a screen pass, one-handed catch by Brandon Wagner. Wagner gets away and in. Touchdown, Turtle Lake. And the Lakers stretch their lead. 3:18 to go third quarter. It's Turtle Lake 34, Colfax 12.
Sometimes it's all about the adjustments you make at halftime, and the Lakers made some very effective adjustments.
Brandon Wagner to attempt the point after kick. Ball is put down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:18 remaining in the third quarter, Turtle Lake 35, Colfax 12. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Brandon Wagner's kickoff goes out of bounds.
So it's going to be spotted on the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. .318 left to go, third quarter. Vikings trail the Turtle Lake Lakers 35-12.
Vikings had a 12-8 lead going into halftime.
Peterson has the Vikings set, takes the snap, hands it off to Wall. Wall does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Wall stopped at the 34. Yep. 2nd and 11.
Vikings just haven't been able to get that running attack going tonight.
Second down, Peterson. In the shotgun, fumbles the snap.
It didn't even get to him. And
Yep.
Turtle Lake recovered.
Turtle Lake. So, Lakers go back on offense, 2.5 minutes to work with here in the third quarter.
And this is what Mark Panko talked about when he talks about Vikings shooting themselves in the foot. I think in this third quarter, they kind of used a cannon into the foot this time. This has not been a good quarter for the Vikings.
1st and 10, Lakers. Quarterback is Brody Tarman. And flags.
I think we're going to get movement.
Yep. False start on the Lakers. Going to put the ball back to the 36 of Colfax. 1st and 15. Lakers will try it again. This time, handoff goes to the lone back. That's Brandon Wright. Wright making up a bunch of that ground.
Going to put it on the 28.
Yeah, looks like a 2nd and about 7. Approaching 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Two wideouts each end of the line, and we have timeout.
Oh, it's an official's timeout. Player had to come out for blood.
That's Brandon Wagner.
So they should get really nice grass out there somewhere. What the cheer used to go? Blood, blood, blood makes the grass grow? Back when I was in high school, that's the way it went.
Oh, all right. Well.
And then some of us thought, no, blood makes Tabasco. But
oh, okay. 2nd and 7. Handoff goes to Brandon Wright. He goes nowhere.
real nice job of penetration that time by Grant Cook. He just penetrated, wrapped him up, and then he got a little bit of help. Back to the 32.
Brandon Wagner now comes into the game. Connor Bader along with him. Lakers break the huddle with 3 wideouts to the near side and everybody in tight on the far side. Tarman takes the snap, fakes a handoff, goes around the right side. Penalty flags go down. He evades several tacklers. Finally brought down at about the 17-yard line by Austin Peterson, but there's a flag back near the line of scrimmage. And it is holding on the Lakers. .39 seconds left in the third quarter. Turtle Lake has jumped out to a 35-12 lead over Colfax. Vikings led 12-8 at the half.
Turtle Lake has run 22 plays so far this quarter.
Tarman. Quick pass near side to Vincent Stoll. Stoll tucks his head, gets the defender out of the way, gets the ball down to about the 27-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down for the Lakers, and they are going to let time run down. That is the end of the third quarter. The Turtle Lake Lakers 35, the Colfax Vikings 12. You're watching Vikings football on NLWN 2.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
to learn more or to help financially, would find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay, but with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Jumping around in Turtle Lake, I think everywhere becomes Camp Randall in Friday night high school football in Wisconsin.
I think they're doing it to stay warm tonight.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I was doing it. Tarman throws a long pass toward the end zone, incomplete.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Or is it intercepted?
Intercepted.
It was picked off by the Vikings. And it looks like the player getting up really slow.
Holding his arm is Axton Call. I didn't catch who made the interception back there. But at any rate, it's coming out to the 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings, 11:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Snap goes to Peterson. Peterson tries to go off left tackle.
Lost about a yard. They've been spending a lot of time on the 19-yard line this half.
I believe Gavin Ellis made the tackle for Turtle Lake. Second and 11, 11:15 to go, fourth quarter. Peterson fires it over the middle, and it is intercepted by Turtle Lake. And that interception by Carter Doherty gives Turtle Lake the ball back.
Well, that's the second turnover by the Vikings in this game, unless you want to count the block punt.
First and 10 Lakers. They're on the Colfax 26.
That's a shovel pass again.
And to Luke Moen. Moen strung out and then tackled, so they don't get any forward progress on it.
In fact, it's a minus a yard.
So second and 11. Keeps the clock rolling, 10:40 to go in the ball game. Lakers with a 35-12 lead over the Vikings. Turtle Lake sends 3 wide receivers to the near side. Far side stays in tight. Tarman fires, and his intended receiver was Vincent Stoll. Good coverage on the play by the Vikings. It'll be 3rd and 11 now for the Lakers. 10:07 to go, third quarter.
Very nice open field tackle that time by Cole Parzik. Separated the receiver from the ball.
Next week, Colfax hosts Elmwood Plum City. 7 o'clock kickoff. Coverage starts here on NLWN 2 at 6:40 with Viking pregame. And keeping the snap, Brody Tarman heading down the sidelines, and he is pushed out at about the 13-yard line by Cole Parzik. And it looks like we have a Viking player down. That's Jaden Morgan.
And while they tend to him, we'll take a timeout on NLWN TV, or NLWN 2.
Sometimes fatherhood
I'm the first Viking who wouldn't kill a dragon.
can feel like an epic battle.
But you will.
But you can change your kid's world just by being there. And with a little help, you won't believe how high they can soar.
All right, bud, you ready?
I'm proud to call you my son.
Come on!
Never stop being a dad. To learn more, visit fathersincorporated.com.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Jaden Morgan being assisted off the field.
You never want to see that, especially after this game has gotten a little bit out of hand for the Vikings. They spent a lot of time looking at the leg, knee, somewhere in that appendage.
It looks like he's favoring the left leg. Ball is down on the Colfax 14-yard line. 10 minutes remain in the fourth quarter.
Now the teams are back out on the field.
Yep. Tarman with right off to his left.
That's hard
Wagner
to say.
going in motion.
And it's illegal motion at that.
Right with a W.
Okay. Yeah, right on his left. Okay. That could almost turn into an Abbott and Costello routine.
Yeah. I feel like that a lot of days. So yeah.
Should put it back on the 18.
Yeah, that'll be the 19, it looks like. 1st and 15. Pitch goes back to Brandon Wright. Wright again. Got about a yard forward, but the Viking defense did a good job of
stringing
it out. Yeah.
And linebackers filled well. So gain of about 2.
Yeah, 2nd down and about 12 or 13. Clock rolling as we approach 9 minutes left in tonight's game. 35-12, Lakers with the lead over the Vikings. Wagner goes in motion. Tarman back to pass. Being pursued and finds an intended receiver, gets away. That's Brandon Wright. And Wright manages to get into the end zone.
Wright did a very nice job of breaking the tackle that time. They had him out about the 15-yard line, 10, 15-yard line, somewhere in that area. And he just powered his way through that tackle and found his way into the end zone.
So 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And Turtle Lake is now up 41-12 over Colfax. Brandon Wagner to kick the point after. And that one blocked.
The extra point attempt is no good.
So with 9 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, it is Turtle Lake 41, Colfax 12. You're watching Vikings football on NLWN 2.
Come on! Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah! Go, honey!
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane! Woo! You got this!
Getting ready to kick off again, the Turtle Lake Lakers. They have a 41-12 lead. Big second half. Ball scooped up at about the 10-yard line, and bringing it up is Cole Parzik. Parzik brought down at about the 34-yard line.
Parzik a little slow getting up.
So the Vikings start 1st and 10 on the 34. Next week, Elmwood Plum City comes to Colfax for football action. 7 p.m. kickoff time. Viking pregame starting at 6:40 here on NLWN 2. First and 10 Vikings. They're on their own 34-yard line. Snap to Peterson. Back to throw. Throws a wobbly one that is nearly intercepted by Turtle Lake's Aiden Kiendorf.
Hey, don't forget that the cross-country teams for the Vikings will be competing at Somerset on September 11th, with action over in Somerset starting at 4:15 p.m. Volleyball team will be in action on Tuesday and Thursday of next week. Tuesday they're over at they're hosting Elk Mound. And then on Thursday, they will go over to Somerset.
Peterson in the shotgun all alone. Looking to throw. Throws a long one down on the far side, and it is caught by Wendland. And Wendland is rolled down to the 15. So now seeing some Colfax offense as we did in the second quarter. Ball goes down to the 14-yard line of Turtle Lake. 8:28 to go, fourth quarter.
That was a 56-yard pass play.
Clock rolling as we near 8 minutes left to go in the ball game. Peterson with Wall next to him, and he tries to throw, knocked down. They're going to say it is.
His arm was in motion, according to the official. His arm was in forward motion, even though the ball got knocked backwards.
Second down and 10. Ball on the 14. Peterson comes in with a play. Wide out Wendland, far side. Part of a pair. On each side. Low snap. Peterson just picks it up. And they can't get him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he picked up a couple.
Oh, okay.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 11.
Seven and a half minutes to go. Lakers up 41-12. Peterson, all alone in the backfield, back split wide, has to pick the ball up off the turf, throws it short and wide open for Turtle Lake. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown on the interception, a pick six by Brody Tarman, who's the Lakers quarterback.
86-yard pick six. Make that an 89-yard pick six.
So to attempt the point after is Brandon Wagner, and Turtle Lake wants to talk about it. 6:46 to go, fourth quarter. Turtle Lake 47, Colfax 12. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Achieving my goals as an adult was challenging without a high school diploma. With the help of an adult education center, I finished my high school diploma and it changed my life.
This yearbook is a testament to your accomplishments and how they have impacted all of us.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor.
Brandon Wagner to attempt the point after kick for the Turtle Lake Lakers. Ball set down, kick is up, and it is good. 6:46 remaining, fourth quarter. Turtle Lake 48, Colfax 12. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time. And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to Turtle Lake. Turtle Lake Lakers 48, Colfax Vikings 12. So once we get underway, it's going to be running time when we get going here.
Yeah, this game has turned sour on the Vikings. And it's too bad because the Vikings had a lead at halftime, and second half has been all Turtle Lake.
So Brandon Wagner to kick off to get things going here in the fourth quarter, and his kick goes out of bounds.
So that's going to come out to the 35.
So decent field position for Colfax. First and 10 on their own 35. Next week, Colfax hosts Elmwood Plum City. 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:40 pregame. Ball set for play. And Austin Peterson. Back, he'll hand it off to a new back in the backfield.
Ethan Schindler.
Okay.
And no gain.
So it's 2nd and 10. We're in running time, 6:20 remaining, 4th quarter. Lakers with a 36-point lead.
Turtle Lake has scored 40 points in the second half. New quarterback in there for the Vikings as well. Grant DeMoe.
And DeMoe to Schindler. And he's stopped for no gain, 3rd and
Actually,
10, or a
he
loss of
lost
1.
a yard.
Yep. Turtle Lake defense making some shifts here. Now coming in with the play is, well, and Austin Peterson now in at quarterback, it looks like. Came back. Peterson takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Schindler. Schindler will go right up the middle. And it looks like he'll gain a couple on the play. It's 4th and 9. And I'm guessing we will probably see a whole bunch of new players for the Lakers here as well. So Grant Paulus long count. 3:55 left in the ball game. And gets off and end over and punt, and in the it'll be taken by Brady Kobernick, and Kobernick gets it up to the 31-yard line. Three and a half minutes to go, running time, 4th quarter. Turtle Lake Lakers 48, Colfax 12. And a timeout called by Turtle Lake. Clock stopped, 3:11 to go, 4th quarter. Lakers 48, Vikings 12. You're watching Colfax Football on NLWN 2.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then...
Lakers come up to the line of scrimmage now. 3:11 to go in the ball game, coming off a timeout. Looking to see who their quarterback is now. Handoff. And the ball carrier is Walker Nikkanen.
He got a yard.
So it'll be 2nd and 9. Ball is at the 33-yard line. Jesse Humphrey is the quarterback, and he's sacked. 5'7", 120-pound sophomore.
Mason Hart did a nice job of coming through and making the tackle for the loss. Back at the 28.
So it'll be 3rd and 14 as we approach 2 minutes remaining in tonight's game. Humphrey sets him down with one back in the backfield. Takes the snap. He'll give the ball to Walter Nikkanen. Nikkanen going off left tackle. Will get a couple of the yards back. Well, actually, it looks like he'll get all of the lost yardage back on the drive, so it'll be 4th down and 10 for the Lakers on the 36. And it looks like Jesse Humphrey still in the game. Well, now let's see. Is it Nikkanen who's,
I believe so,
going to punt?
Well,
and the snap goes over his head. Yeah, and he is tackled back at the 6-yard line. So Colfax trying to hustle out there as time continues to run. There's a half a minute to go. Line of scrimmage is the, we'll say the 9 or 10-yard line.
Now the Vikings don't have to run a play, but I can't help but think they'd like to get a score here.
They quickly get up to the line of scrimmage.
This will be the last play of the game.
And the snap goes back to DeMoe. DeMoe.
They're going to decline the penalty. Turtle Lake got caught with too many on the field, and the Vikings take it into the end zone. And Jay, who made the reception? I didn't catch it.
I didn't either. And there will not be a point after conversion. Game will come to an end. Tonight's final score from Turtle Lake. The Turtle Lake Lakers 48. The Colfax Vikings 18. We invite you now to stay tuned for our post-game programming. That's coming up next as you're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Football, a presentation of NLWN 2 in conjunction with Colfax High School. This has been presented for the private viewing use of the tuned-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, LLC, and Colfax High School is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where we take a look back at today's Colfax Viking game.
We're the Colfax Vikings, feel the power we bring. Yeah, we're the Vikings, heroes roar. Colfax pride, we're
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Yeah, we're back. Colfax Vikings here to play. With our hearts on fire, we'll light up the day.
Time now for Viking Postgame with a look back at today's Colfax Viking game. And now, back out to the stadium and Viking Postgame.
Welcome back to Turtle Lake. Tonight's final, the Turtle Lake Lakers defeat the Colfax Vikings by a score of 48-18, and there was a bright second quarter for the Vikings. Quick scoring summary for you. Brandon Wright had a 4-yard touchdown run with 9:18 to go in the first quarter. And Vincent Stoll ran in the 2-point conversion. Score at the end of the first was 8-0. But Colfax intercepted the ball with 8:11 to go. Cole Parzik grabbed that one. And the Vikings turned that into points on a Peterson to Parzik pass. The point after attempt failed, but then with 19 seconds to go, the Cole Peterson on a keeper ran it in from 5 yards out. The 2-point conversion failed. That made the halftime score, though, Colfax 12, Turtle Lake 8. But then after that, it was all Turtle Lake in the second half. 7-yard run by Brody Tarman. With a 2-point conversion run also by Brody Tarman, 9:56 to go, made it 16-12, and then a blocked punt was taken into the end zone by Turtle Lake, and the 2-point conversion failed. That was that made it 22-12. A 12-yard Turtle Lake run by Tarman. And the point after conversion kick failed at 5:29 to go in the third. It was 28-12 at that point. Then Turtle Lake, less than 2 minutes later, Tarman to Brandon Wagner on a 15-yard pass, and the point after by Wagner was good, made it 35-12, and that's how the third quarter ended. 2 more touchdowns by Turtle Lake in the fourth quarter, a 16-yard pass and an 89-yard interception return. Points after were good for that. Colfax scored as time expired. That gives us a final of 48-18.
You know, Jay, works better if I turn that on.
Yes. I can hear you now.
Yeah. The Vikings, the score doesn't show it, but they showed a lot of improvement today. They came on. They played a really strong second quarter. They had the lead at halftime. Lots of things to build upon in this game that are positive. They just ran into Tarman and his speed around the outside, and that really hurt them in the second half. And the defense just didn't have an answer for that. Plus, the pick six did not help, although they did manage to find a way to get that consolation score at the end of the game. So it's not all doom and gloom for the Vikings after this one. And let's see. Jay, why don't you fill us in on what we got coming up?
Okay, so next week, Colfax Viking High School football. Next Friday as the Vikings take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Our coverage begins with Viking preview at 6:40, followed by live play-by-play action. And be sure to join us on Monday, October 20th, right here on NLWN2, as our coverage of vintage baseball wraps up for 2025 when we bring you the Menominee Blue Caps facing the Sand Creek 9 at the Fall Fest in Sand Creek. Coverage begins on October 20th at 7 p.m. on NLWN2. Tonight's Colfax High School a football game brought to you by Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for Western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who have been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton's Technology IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical with quality personalized care for you and your family. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, comfort food the way Mom used to make it. And the Chippewa Valley Museum, where you can get in touch with the roots of the valley in Carson Park in Eau Claire. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking football here on NLWN2. For John Fellins, Chris Olson, Rick Olson, I'm Jay Fall. Thanks a lot for joining us. Good night and have a great weekend.
Yeah, we're back.
You've been tuned to Viking Postgame with a look back at today's Colfax Viking football game. This has been a production of NLWN2 along with Colfax High School. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule at www.northernlightwebcastingnetwork.com.
We're the Vikings. Hear us roar. Colfax pride.
We're ready to soar. Under Friday night lights, we lace up our cleats. Heartbeats sync with the drums and the beats. In the huddle, we're warriors, side by side. With the spirit of Vikings, we've got nothing to hide. The crowd's on their feet, the pulse in the air. We're fighting for glory, no room for despair. Our helmets shine bright, our spirits tenfold. With every snap, we smash through